Who is God? God is what we call ultimate reality. Ultimate reality is universal consciousness. Universal consciousness is that quality of the universe that is aware of its own existence, and shares this awareness with everything that exists. God is the ground of being, or in other words, God is the ground of existence. The awareness of existence is the basis of all being. Without awareness of existence, nothing would exist. There would simply be nothing. For this reason, God is self-evident. The very fact that we know we exist and that everything else exists is testament to the existence of God. Though we may choose to call this awareness of existence something else, since the word God has become a loaded term with many strange ideas and dogmas around it. God is awareness. The attribute of awareness starts with nothing. Awareness is as empty and non-material as thought, for that is what it is. Awareness, or consciousness, is the beginning of all things, as well as the raw material from which all things are made. All things, including ourselves, are nothing more than thoughts that have taken form. Thoughts that have become habits. Thoughts that are repetitive, therefore assumed to be true, assumed to be fact or reality. God is the thinker, or that which is able to produce and experience thought. Thought is a product, a fundamental power of consciousness. This is the power of consciousness, to create an apparent separation within itself. This apparent separation is the means by which universal consciousness becomes aware of itself. For self-awareness requires contrast. To define self, it is necessary to contrast the self to something else. To experience self, it is necessary to have something to experience. Self must be contrasted to other or non-self for the self to arise or to be experienced. Contrast is the basic requirement of all experience. Consciousness created the concepts of self and other within itself in order to experience itself or to know itself. This experience of self was so pleasing to universal consciousness that it became a habitual thought, a belief, and therefore assumed to be real. Fundamentally, however, there is no self and other, only universal consciousness thinking there is. Experience requires polarities. From the first polarity of self and other, all polarities or contrasts were created. All experience arises from these created polarities, so we experience our existence in terms of polarities. All polarities or contrasts rely on their opposite for their very existence. It is not possible to experience anything except in contrast to its opposite. Thus, all polarities, opposites, or contrasts are really one reality experiencing itself, as having two sides. One God experiencing itself by creating the thought of a polarity within itself. In this sense, the Christian concept of the Trinity is quite accurate. The Trinity is one consciousness, the Holy Spirit, experiencing itself by creating the concept of two entities within itself, Father and Son. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 1 through 3.